Hello everyone, and welcome to another Bass Singer Reaction. Two quick things before we get started. First of all, if you'd like to support me in what I'm doing, please consider donating to my Patreon. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, and you're just one click away. The link is in the description below. So I appreciate your support, and thank you guys for all that. Comments, likes, subscriptions, everything is helping my channel grow and become everything I want it to be. So this is really exciting. Secondly, a quick reminder, these are not just reactions, these are also pretty in-depth analysis with my various musical backgrounds, which I will not list again. But there seem to still be a few comments where people are confused why I'm taking so long. So I'm not just doing a reaction, I will also be giving a lot of analysis about the vocal technique and the arrangements and other musical aspects that my ear picks up while watching. And sometimes I comment about the cinematics and the costuming and fun things like that. So I really take my time. And without further ado, I'm going to be diving into another very commonly requested song, Humphrey's rendition of Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. I heard this once. I heard it when it came out, when it premiered. This is pretty common for me to have heard these songs once before reviewing them. I will always let you know if I've heard it before or if it's a first time. So this will be my second time listening to Humphrey's Folsom Prison Blues. I got my pit vipers ready. I know Tim's got one moment for sure, and we'll see what else we get into. So without further ado, let's get started. All right.
It's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps on rolling on down to San Antone.
San Antone. That's right, we're in whoops, sustain. Whoa. I love everything they're doing. Everything they're doing. Awesome intro. Crisp perk from Adam. A crisp first solo. A really nice first solo from the other Adam. What I loved about this intro was actually Austin's really high, well threaded high chest voice. You know, not too meaty. It sounds like it has almost some mixed voice in there. It had a really light feel to it, but it had the power of a chest belt. So that was really nice. What I love, something that you can do in music videos, because it's all lip sync. You know, obviously they're not singing it live right now. You can do a big belt in the studio, and then you don't have to look like you're trying that hard in the actual video shoot. Now, I mean, he's a good singer, so he's likely not going to be straining for it anyway, but you can make it effortless to an unrealistic level, which is kind of the beauty about music videos. You can either look at it like, oh, it's fake, they're not doing it, or you can look at it like, it's just part of the art. Like, music videos are different from singing live. So that's that. One comment about the setup, I love that they're in like their prison gear, you know, from whatever decade this would have been set in. I guess probably when Cash was singing it. Also, the heights on here, Tim's not 6'7". No, Tim, he's like, what, 6 feet, 5'11"? So I like that they're like beefing up the badassness of this whole thing by like literally beefing up how tall they are. We'll see what the other heights say, but at least we got Tim, our low bass, sporting a solid 6'7". So that would be intimidating if that were the case. That was awesome, guys. What an exceptional intro. I'm gonna back up just a few seconds so we can get this transition.
but that train keeps on rolling on down to San Antonio.
Oh, he's going D2, E flat. Interesting, just a little chromatic, stepwise fashion up to get to our one, our tonic, which is E in this case, E minor. Do 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 do. Yeah, E minor, E minor.
A baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
A lot of comments. So first of all, this piece, this is so good for Tim's voice. Johnny would be very proud, I'm sure. Because Tim has a great country twang to him in his voice when he sings. At least when he wants it to be there, you know what I mean? But he has this lightness and effortlessness in his mid-upper range that just, I've said it before, you kind of forget he's a low bass. And then he just cruises down into this E2 like it's nothing. Now, I know a lot of these basses we hear sing much lower than E2. Tim and others in this group as well can sing lower than that. But let's not forget that E2 is a bass note. I mean, when Johnny Cash sang this, it was like, whoa. It is for bass voice. This solo, especially when done in E, sometimes it's done higher. This solo is for bass voice. So let's not get too carried away thinking that all basses need to be able to smash like a G1 in chest. I've harped on about this before. This is a bass solo, and Tim does it extremely well, and it fits just perfectly for him. I liked how at one point in there, instead of Tim taking one chunk of the solo, they jumped in and the others sang a harmony in the background. They swapped lines. This is a great little thing that can make an arrangement interesting. If you take some expectation of the audience, expecting Tim to sing the whole solo, you take Tim out and you put the others in, throwing in harmonies, it just makes the arrangement more interesting. And then and if that happens, we're like, well, I don't really know what's coming next. One more comment is I did notice that the heights on these things are super varied. So we've got Tim and maybe one or two others that are like 6'8", and then I think Adam Chance was like 5 feet even. So I think we can confirm that the heights are skewed heavily. I actually want to go back so that you guys can hear that moment when they all jump in. Plus, we get to listen to Tim's solo again. I mean, we can listen to him sing all day. So we are going back a fair amount, so bear with me. And enjoy.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry.
There it is. There's that effortless belt. He's just like, he's not even trying. That's obviously like a head voice for me. I'm not about to attempt to chest that note. But I love that Austin's face is just like, what's up? I got it. This is just crazy high belt. It's fun. It's a beautiful thing about music videos. Pardon me for singing along. I actually lived in Nashville for a summer and worked in a crepe shop. Yes, I was a crepe chef. and sang country music for a summer with my friend George Washburn, who is a professional guitarist down there still, making a living playing guitar. Shouts to George. And this was a song we would do together in this key pretty much whenever we got a chance to hit like an open mic or even just like a hang with people. We'd bust out Folsom Prison. It was one of our go-tos. So this one's near and dear to my heart. So forgive me for singing along. I'm not going to pass up a chance to do a bass solo with Tim. Come on now. All right, here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep this train going.
I got 3, 4 years to go. Tell me, do you hear that whistle blow? Folsom Prison Blues. Tell me what I got to do.
I bet there's rich.
Love it. They added their own little breakdown. Normally that would be, at least when George and I used to do it, the beauty of this piece is you can kind of pick and choose where you put solos. So let's say you have a guitar and a voice and a mandolin and a piano. Pick your assortment of instruments. You can kind of throw solos to people here and there and then just kind of look at each other. It's a blues progression, so it's not hard to feel when we're coming back to the top of a verse. So you can just live improv with whatever group you're singing and just kind of look at each other. Okay, you take a solo. Okay, mandolin takes a solo. Okay, and now everyone's looking back at the singer. Now it's time for the singer to jump back in and go on with the next verse. So I love that they use that for a little harmony breakdown with the group amidst these awesome solos. And now we get another solo from Adam here.
Prison Blues. Tell me what I got to do.
I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. But I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free.
No, I can't be free, no.
Okay,
But
Rob.
those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me.
I got 3, 4 years to go. Tell me, do you hear that whistle blow? Folsom Prison Blues. Tell me what I got to do.
So 2 things. We got another little breakdown, same as the first time. We got a nice harmonica sound, very fitting for this style, the original style, from Adam. And we got a nice nice B1 from Tim, which is just a little foreshadowing to what's about to come. All right, yeah, let's listen to those B1s and the harmonica again. And then we'll get on to this. I think it's the last verse, but hey, we'll see right here.
Folsom Prison Blues. Tell me what I got to do.
If they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, bet I'd move it on a little further down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I'd want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
I got 3, 4 years to go. Tell me, do you hear that whistle blow? Folsom Prison Blues. Tell me what I got to do.
So that's a crazy chest fry. No, it's interesting. There's something going on in the editing, and I think I've mentioned this before. I think this is that really advanced sound engineering that whoever produces their music does. I don't know how to do it. To where like that chest fry, it's somewhere in the middle there. It becomes hard to tell what's chest and what's chest fry. Part of that is because Tim is great at chest fry and has an amazing low chest range, so the blend is nice there. And part of it is the engineering. So at some point, I don't know, like I don't really know when. We can listen back carefully. At some point, you can tell there's some kind of editing that takes it just out of its natural tone when he's navigating this transition from chest to chest fry. He's obviously singing the E1 in chest fry. Very, very few people. That's going to be loud. Sorry, I'm right next to the mic. Very few people can sing that in full chest. Tim is not one of them. He can get pretty darn close, I bet, especially after a night of some cigars and whiskey. You know what I'm saying? But day to day, I think he has said his daily lowest is like a flat, maybe a G1. E1 is really freakish. There are very few people I know of that can sing an E1, especially reliably and with that kind of power. So but all this aside, amazing exposed E1 chest fry, which is something very rare. We do not get that often in a cappella music. Usually the only things we hear exposed are subs, because subs is something you only need to be able to sing in E2 for subs, because what's happening in a subharmonic is you're activating the false vocal folds under your normal vocal folds, and they are actually vibrating at half the frequency. And if you cut the frequency in half, the pitch goes down 1 full octave. So you're technically singing an E2 in chest voice while producing an E1 subharmonic. An example, if you guys have heard my cover of The Summit that I sing with Bobby Waters, aka Bobby Bass, the moment when he is singing a D1 subharmonic and I'm singing a D2 chest, we're both kind of singing a D2 chest. So we both sing a D2 chest, and then he activates those false folds to create that subharmonic. Anyway, that's how subharmonics work. So it's not uncommon to hear super low notes in subharmonics. It is rare to hear them exposed in chest fry, because chest fry, it rarely sounds good on its own like that. But Tim is a rare specimen, and Tim has an exceptional chest fry. So he can get away with singing something that low, fully exposed, because it still sounds awesome. So amazing, Tim. Pit Vipers, well deserved. Let's go back and hear that again, and then we'll move on.
And let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
I got 3, 4 years to go. Tell me, do you hear that whistle blow? Folsom prison blues. Tell me what I got to do. I got 3, 4 years to go. Tell me, do you hear that whistle blow? Folsom prison blues. Tell me what I got to do. I got 3, 4.
One octave lower. Listen to that bass line Tim just does. He throws something really interesting in there.
Years to go. Tell me, do you hear that whistle blow? Folsom prison blues. Tell me what I got to do. I got 3, 4 years to go. Tell me, do you hear that whistle blow? Folsom prison blues. Tell me what I got to do. I got 3, 4 years to go. Tell me.
They're just gonna fade it out. All right, well, there was my voice is feeling fresher than it usually is. Usually my voice is gassed at the end of the day. I did a lot of singing today, but still got an E1 chest fry in there, so that's always fun. Chest fries is my primary super low technique. I don't really practice subs. I don't really practice much of any of it because it's not helpful outside of the opera world in 99.9% of cases. Chest fry is something I can use in like a choir setting and still get a lot of power and grit down there, but opera doesn't go that low. You know, opera doesn't go down to the first octave because you're competing with an orchestra with no microphone. So thank you for letting me sing along. That was fun. Amazing cover, and I really liked how they made their own spin on it. This is another song that although really fun no matter what, pretty much can be really repetitive. It is just blues progression, verse, solos here and there. But it could potentially get boring. But they're switching solos, they're adding their own stuff to the arrangement. They're adding harmony part. I mean, they're literally adding breakdowns with vocal harmony, which would normally be instrumentation, which sounds obvious because it's a cappella, but they're doing it in a way that's creative and not super obvious. So it's a wonderful cover. I actually enjoyed it more than I remembered. This was a lot of fun. And again, if you're not listening carefully, this is a song that you can just listen and have fun with. And like, okay, they're singing Folsom Prison Blues. Cool, fun, I'm going to enjoy it. But then you listen and they're doing some really cool stuff in there. So well done to Home Free. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. That's really my goal. And you guys seem to be really enjoying the analysis. And I get tons, and I've probably gotten hundreds so far. That's like, wow, I never heard that. Or wow, I don't have a heavy musical background. Thanks for helping me understand this part. Or I do have a heavy musical background and I never noticed that. So I love those comments. So please keep commenting and keep suggesting songs. I'm getting around to them once a week. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.